Take a look at letter D. This is it's analysis that really was an analysis of the Bank Secrecy Act and some of the the SARs that were being filed. It goes through the major scams. So if that's something that you're particularly interested in, there's kind of an updated list here. But again, the thrust here is really differentiating between the scams that are being perpetrated out there and then kind of a separate segment of elder financial exploitation, that theft by a trusted person. And according to these materials, family members were almost 50%. It was 46% of the perpetrators. It was the family member who was taking advantage. If you go to letter E, this is another updated advisory, and this really gets into some of the trends and typologies that are out there that might be useful as part of kind of establishing your training program. But it does break down the difference where there's elder theft versus elder scams. And again, that's kind of breaking it into the two subcategories of exploitation that are out there. And keeping in mind that there's different red flags to be on the lookout for. Where under this advisory, they speak in terms of elder theft, where there's a relationship with the victim. They're in a position to abuse the trust that they're given. And so there's different methodology to train on and be aware of, where there's a deception or intimidation or coercion of some sort. That's really, or maybe it's the exploitation of some other official capacity that they're acting in, whether it's a legal guardianship or a power of attorney or maybe some kind of investment relationship. But the understanding here is that they're in a position to support the customer, but they're taking advantage of whether it's a cognitive or physical disability in order to access the accounts or maybe even steal their identities. And that's slightly different than elder scams, which are typically a foreign actor or somebody who is not in a relationship or at least not in a direct relationship with the victim, and they are contacted through a variety of means, whether it's a phone call or text message or email or in person or on dating apps, but they're reached out to on maybe social media, and then they establish some level of trust. And a lot of times they're impersonating law enforcement or some kind of technician or maybe IT support. Or maybe social media connections, or they're pretending to be a friend or family member. And then they create this high pressure situation in order to get the customer to go in and transact. And those would be slightly different types of red flags to be on the lookout for, where we're looking for an unusual payment, whether it's a wire transfer that they don't normally engage in, or they're pulling out cash to get gift cards or money orders or other types of unusual activity